important are these off days for you guys to get back into it?
Huge. Having 2 days off or I guess 3 days at this point, is excellent. Honestly, felt like vacation for a little bit. So used to playing every other day. So used to just having to be mentally ready for a game, but to relax. I think we can come back stronger.
And talking about what your role has been this season, double doubles, what you've been known for.
Right.
How important is it for you to continue to play your role while watching everybody else grow?
Right. For me, it's always been play your role, get rebounds, be consistent. I feel like my job is easy, and it just makes everybody else's job easy, knowing that I can be consistent. But like I said, it gives the ability for everybody else to take off. Like Evan, Darius, Donovan's going to do what he does, but it just helps everybody else as well.
In the past, we've seen you play a lot of your minutes when the core four is not on the floor alongside Donovan. This year you played a lot alongside Darius. What are the biggest differences?
Right. Probably like how I set pick and rolls. Darius is more of a point guard, it's honest truth. He's looking for everybody. Donovan's obviously a scorer. He's going to look for his own at times. For Darius, it's just like, how do I set the play up? For Donovan, it's how do I get Donovan a bucket, basically.
You guys are statistically one of the best pick and roll duos in the NBA, you and Darius. What is it that makes him such an effective pick and roll player?
Just his gravitational pull. I think he's shooting like 70 from floater range or whatever, which is incredible for anybody to shoot. And that just draws everybody to him. And he has that drawing people, and then he has me for the lob. And then we have a bunch of shooters around us that can knock down shots.
Kenny said the offensive glass is going to be a big point of emphasis tomorrow. Hurdle's obviously on the roll at the moment.
Right.
How do you kind of keep him off of that glass?
It's tough, but it's not a one-man's job, especially an offensive rebounder like that, or just a rebounder in general like that. He's crashing the boards every single time. We need everybody to help rebound. Yeah.
And then just another, you guys didn't see RJ the first time at the beginning of the season. What's he doing well right now? And defending him obviously is a challenge.
Right. He's playing his butt off. That's kudos to him. He's bringing the Raptors further than where they were at the beginning of the season. I can say that. I don't know. We have a lot of good defenders on this team. I think we should be able to at least slow him down.
What would you say is the secret sauce to this team?
Probably bolognese. We're definitely a bolognese sauce type team.
No, really. What is so special about this? That's awesome.
Just our chemistry and how the vibes around this team, where nobody has an ego, nobody's trying to outshine anybody. It just makes it easier to play.
What has surprised you, if anything, about Ty?
Ty. This is my first season playing with him. Last year he got hurt the second game of the season, so never really got to see him play. And training camp hit, and it's like, oh wow, this guy can play, and he's carried it all throughout the season so far.
Can you talk about defensive slippage a couple times over the last week or so?
Absolutely.
What do you attribute that to?
A little bit of our mindset. We know we're a good defensive team. I think we believe that we can get away with a lot on the defensive end and just rely on somebody else to take care of it. That's brought us so far. And obviously the schedule has a little bit of an impact.
In terms of just closing out on the perimeter, Kenny said there's been some overhelp sometimes.
Right.
What's the remedy to that? Because obviously you don't want to give up your paint, but you also want to make sure that you're not getting freezing them.
Right. I think it's just staying home. We have two good rim protecting bigs, Evan and I, and even a lot of guards that can protect the rim. And it's just, I think we get a little too happy protecting the rim at times, all of us, guards and bigs included. So just staying home and just trusting our defense.
There's been a lot of times where you mentioned that you and Evan are, one, the perfect pairing, but two, like, sometimes you rely on each other too much. What is the perfect balance of not only trusting them, but like also still doing your job?
Yeah, that just comes with communication. There's certain things that you can be like, oh yeah, he has my back and I can just get his. And there's other things that's where like we need to lock down on the perimeter. I've become I'm a culprit of that, giving the extra step to the guy, knowing Evan's behind me, and I'm pretty sure he's done the same. So it's just knowing when to do it and when not to do it.
Was not staying home defensively the issue against Boston?
I think a little bit of it. They're a great driving team, and we have to remember they're also a great three-point shooting team. I think it slipped our mind, and they just knocked down a lot of shots.
Besides your event and tightening the fro, what'd you do during these last couple of days off?
Stayed at home. I mean, the first night it was snowing like crazy, and just relax, just not even think about basketball.
Why Bolognese?
That's the first thing that came to my head. So it's the first thing. That's the team identity at this point.
I respect it, but before you guys played Boston and after, Evan did say that the start you guys have gone on isn't what the outside, people outside this organization say. Do you agree with that sentiment that what you guys are doing isn't enough?
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, the numbers are there. At the end of the day, you can say it's a fluke, you can say it's the schedule, you can say whatever it was, but at the end of the day, we're not the ones that designed how we played against who we played against. We weren't the ones who decided any of that. We're just the ones playing the game and getting the numbers.
And you guys played the most games in 28 days, and now it's stretched out over maybe 40 plus or so. Is that a welcome sign for you at least, just to kind of catch your breath a little bit during the season?
I think so. You can tell in practice today we had a lot more energy. We had weight off of our shoulders knowing that we didn't have to play yesterday. It just feels good to have a breather for a couple days.
Anything else? All right. Thanks.
All right.